So when we think about prime numbers and composite numbers, these are terms that essentially tell you about the factors inside of a number. So if you are looking at a number, like say you're looking at the number 19 here, right? When we look at 19, we call it prime because it means that its only factors are 1 and itself, meaning the only way to sort of divide it, right, in an evenly divisible way is doing 19 divided by 1, right? Where you'll get 19 of the things in one group. If you divide 19 by 2 or 3 or anything else, you're going to get leftovers, right? And that means it is not a composite number, right? It's prime. It only has the factors of 1 in itself. Whereas composite is the exact opposite, meaning it's a number that has other pairs of numbers you can multiply together to hit your target number. So in this case, when we look at the number 21, you can do 1 times itself, right? 1 times 21, that's a factor pair. You can also do, in this case, you can do 3 times 7. That's another factor pair, meaning it is not prime, but instead it's composite. So one tool that I like to use when I'm trying to discover if a number is prime or composite is to use a factor T to help me kind of break the numbers down. So at the top here, I put my target number. So in this first T, it's called a factor T because it looks like the letter T. And we're going to be thinking about the number 2 as our target. So we always know that every time you have any number, it's always going to be divisible, right, by 1 and itself. So we can always start by putting a 1 here in this first box. I'm just going to make it bigger. Whee! And then we can always put the number itself in this second box. So we know that 1 times 2 hits our target, 2. So in this case, we know we're done because I like to say we've hit our happy place. Because the next number that we're going to go, if we go sequentially 1, 2, 3, using kind of counting numbers, our next number that would go as our next factor would be 2. Well, we've already hit 2 here. We've already hit it, right? We know that it's a factor. So we're done. We don't need to repeat numbers on the left column that are already in the right column. So it looks like a little smiley face. Happy place, yay. So then we can go to this next one and say, well, what about 6? Is 6? So, this would be prime. 2 is prime because it has only one pair, 2 numbers that come together to make the target number of 2. 6, is 6 prime or composite? Well, we know that 1 times itself is going to hit our target of 6. So 1 times 6. So then we can say, all right, well, what about 2? 2, 4, 6. Okay, I can multiply 2 by 3 to hit 6. All right, well, what's the next number sequentially? It would be 3. We already have 3 on the right side of our column. So we've hit our happy place because we don't need to do repeats. Okay, so the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6, making it a composite number. It has more factors than just 1 and itself. All right, what about 24? So if we go over to 24, we would say, all right, well, I know that everything, every number always has 1 and itself as a factor pair, and we find more, right? So then we say, all right, if we try 2 times what gets us 24? Well, we know 2 times 12 gets us 24. So already we know it's not composite. Let's see, can we keep going? Are there more factors? So sequentially, we have 1, 2, let's try 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Ooh, we can multiply it by 8 to hit 24. Okay, what about, is there any more? We have sequentially, the next number to come is a 4. A 4. So 4, we know times 6 gets us to 24. What about 5? Well, it doesn't end in 5 or 0, so we know 24 is not divisible by 5. So we've hit our happy place, because the next number that would go sequentially would be 6, and we already know 6 is a factor. So 24 is a composite number.